Welcome to the Random Ass Podcast. I'm your random asshole, Christopher Steele. I don't have a co-host today. I'm just gonna try to freestyle it. Hopefully, it comes out good. I want to say welcome back. We have been gone for like 4 months now, close to 5. Um, this is my new place. I hope you enjoy the new view. Maybe I don't know when we'll get more up. I think maybe Dustin will see this, my normal co-host, and post one of his own as a response. But if not, oh well. So let's start the show and start with hidden gems. And this one was a little bit difficult for me, but I decided to do the Bits and Pieces podcast. If you like Bob and Tom, I think you'll really enjoy it. It goes through different bits and pieces. A lot of classic bits and pieces, and they discuss who sometimes they have who's in the bits. I think it's hilarious. There's stuff that might not know. Probably gonna be stuff that you won't know. I think next week they're gonna try to get Chick McGee as a guest. It's hosted by Willie Griswold and the Jessicas, Jessica Alsman and Jess Hooker. It's a really good podcast. I enjoy it a lot. I think you will too. Also, another one is that Josh Arnold podcast. If you like Josh Arnold, I think you'll like his podcast. The last almost month, he's gone through basically his story and basically talking about himself, basically telling you a lot of his history. And then he also does like vocabulary station and some really not quite titled parts to it, the podcast. I like Josh Arnold. I think it's funny. So check that out as well. So now to get to the meat and potatoes of our show. I'm going to start with probably The Mandalorian. Season 2 has started. and I love this show. I'm sure I talked about it before. Is is actually really good. Only problem I've had is, well, not a real problem. They said something like Sasha Banks was gonna star in an episode. She was in it, but she didn't have a very big part. I don't even I don't even think she spoke in it. But and then I can't think of the woman's name. She's supposed to be coming up in the episode though. Asuka, Soka. That's what I'm waiting for is her appearance. Other than that, not much else to say. Um, Now we'll get to which one do I want to do? I'm gonna start with the Saved by the Bell reboot. I've only watched the first episode. I'm I liked it. One thing I did not like is their remix of the opening theme. And, but I did like seeing that Tiffany Amber Threeson and I can't think of Mark. What's his name? Mark Paul Gosselaar. They showed up in the first episode. I don't think there was going to be in a lot. They might have appearances here and there. What's her name? That was Jesse is in the episode. It is a kind of a guest star, and AC Slater, Mario Lopez is also a guest star. And I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I'm probably gonna get my free trial so I can finish the series up. There's only 10 episodes in the season. Like I said, I think it's really good. It has a lot of comedy in it. A lot of the premise is that Zach, as like the governor, made a big mistake, and these schools are shutting down. So the other school basically joins Bayside. They got so these other characters, other people are coming from a poorer section of the city, and it's basically their story. How they're dealing with being in a new school, and it does have some characters. The main characters' kids, like Zach Morris's kid and Jesse's kid. I guess I'm gonna get the free trial so I can watch the rest of the episodes. I liked it. I think it's funny. If you don't, let me know. Give me your comments. I'm always glad to see comments. One other thing I wanted to discuss before I finish the episode up, and let's see, where am I at? I haven't been that far. I'm not that far, so I really kind of talk fast when I'm by myself. So, Supernatural aired its last, 7 episodes? And spoiler alerts right now. I'm going to spoil it for you if you haven't watched them. So they end up taking on God. And the original plan doesn't work out because you find out that Billy, which is a Reaper, is actually basically messing with him. She's gonna seize power once God is gone. And it's not just God, it's gonna be the God and the darkness, Amara. So they end up not finishing that plan. And I don't want to say too much, but about this, but like I said, it ends up not working out. And then Chuck, aka God, gets rid of basically everybody on Earth. The only ones he left behind was Dean, Sam, and Jack. I think he probably would have left Castiel, but Castiel ends up dying. Basically to save Dean from Billy. And I dozed off, so I don't know everything that happened, but Jack basically stole the powers of God and becomes the new God. Then I think it's like episode 20. It's not really an episode. It's more of like a retrospect. And then the final episode, they had they finished that off, and basically it's just kind of a side episode. And Sam and Dean go hunting for some vampires because of I can't remember John's diary that had a picture that of the monsters that were, we'll say, plaguing the area where they're at. And they're basically, sorry, they're basically hunting these vampires that drain the adults and kidnap the kids. So during the battle, Dean gets pushed back on this like long nail that's hanging out, and, and he does die. And then he gets a hunter's funeral, and Sam gets a call from somebody that calls him Agent Bon Jovi, because they love using rock stars names as their aliases. And while then it starts flashing back and forth, and it shows Dean in heaven, and he was thinking that it was like a memory of a dream, a memory kind of, but it's not. It's actually Jack had combined all the heavens, so everybody don't have their own. They're how does he put it? This is the way heaven should have been in the first place. And he's talking to Bobby. Bobby's like, well, I can't think. The one dude was right over just down the road. He's like, your parents live down the road. Basically you can have anything you want, and time works different here. And they start playing Carry On Word Son. And like I said, it starts flashing back and forth. Dean gets into Baby, the 67 Impala. He so he was going to go for a spin, and you see him driving, and it flashes to Sam, you know it's got to be a few years later because he's got a son. Sam's got a son that's he named Dean. You see a little bit of that flashback to Dean, and then a flashback, and you see little Dean is a little bit older, and like I said, it just keeps flashing back and forth. And eventually, it flashes to Sam with little Dean. Sam's old man. Dean. Little Dean, as I'm going to call it, is at his bedside and says, "It's alright, you can go now." And then it flatlines, and it flashes over to Dean, and he pulls off the car over and gets out, is on a bridge. He's overlooking it, and then you hear Sam's voice. No, Dean just doesn't look behind him. He just says hi Sam, and that was the end of the series. It was okay. I thought it could have ended better, but like I said, it was okay. It's 15 years, so what else you gonna do? I was thinking about for my hidden gems, or no, my picks. Basically, having like shows that had kind of disappointing endings, but that's not going to be my picks. But to me, that would be one, and then my other one would be Chuck, because no matter what you think, Sarah did not remember him. She did not get her memories back. So basically, he has to fight for her love all over again. And like I said, that was kind of disappointing too. Alright, so where are we at? So now I'm going to do picks, and I only got two. I don't have a third one. But I'm going to do songs that took you a long time to realize what the song was about, or what part of the song was talking about. Something that it took you a long time to notice something on. And my first one is going to be Cherry Pie, I Need a Freak by ICP. There's a line in there that says, like, Chris Candido needed Sonny. I knew Chris Candido was a wrestler. But that's basically all I knew. I never really caught Needed Sonny until just recently. I was listening to it, and I'm like, oh, like I said, Chris Candido is a wrestler. Sonny also in professional wrestling, in the WWE, back in the early mid 90s, and they were a couple. I'm like, how did I not realize that before? The other one, I realized it's an old song. Possum Kingdom by the Toadies. And there's a lot of hints to what it's about. And most people don't pick up on them. Possum Kingdom is actually about vampirism. The singer telling the story is a vampire. And there's a lot of clues about it. Like, do you want to die? I'll treat you well, my sweet angel. Or when he says, behind the boathouse, I'll show you my dark secret, is that he's going to turn her into a vampire. Because he says stuff like I said, do you want to die? You'll be young and basically young and beautiful forever. Like I said, it's about vampirism. It took me a few years to realize that, but I've told people that before, and they're like, started listening to it, and they're like, wow, you're right. The line about behind the boathouse, I'll show you my dark secret. Guy from Bear is like, I wonder what his dark secret is. I'm like, it's obvious. It's right in the song. Just read the lyrics. You'll find out he's a vampire. That's his dark secret. And now I told you. So that's gonna be the end of this one. So peace out, my world. Bye for now.